I'm Johnny Hunt. Thanks for tuning in to Chord Melody Uke Lessons here on YouTube. My normal custom is to teach how to play a solo style chord melody uke solo. And today I want to do something a little bit different that might appeal to a broader range of uke players. Some of the songs I do chord melody style are fairly advanced, but this is a great technique that just about anyone can use, because most of us are strumming the chords and singing the songs, and that's just we all start out at the beginner level, and this is a technique that beginners can use, and whatever level you're at, I think you'll find some helpful information here. So what I want to teach you today is what's called a shuffle pattern, a shuffle strum. And what it does is just build on the major chords that most players use all the time, and just adds a little color by making a little bit of variety. Just adding one note to the chord, just adding and subtracting, because the shuffle comes in and out. That's how the pattern works. So what I'm going to do is just play some simple chords, throw in the extra note that makes it a shuffle pattern, and then you can learn to do it as well. Now, I'm going to tell you too, there is a little bit of theory involved, which I will explain once we get into it a little more. But just in a general sense, I feel that it's really important to know a little bit, not to be an expert or anything, but a little bit about music theory, because that helps us to take things that are new and apply them to things that we already know. And if you're just learning by rote and everything is a memory, you're not going to understand why things are the way they are. And you say it makes learning easier. So, and I'm not here to teach music theory. There's plenty of other ways you can get that information if you're interested. But so let's go ahead and strum some chords here and throw the shuffle strum in, and then you'll get the idea of how you can do this too. So we're going to start with our favorite chord, C major, which is 0003. So you just be strumming away on a song, and say, the C chord goes on for 4 bars, and you can do some different things to make the strum other than 8th notes all the time or quarter notes. So here's how you make a shuffle out of a C chord. Just adding the 6th note of the scale. Like in a C scale, it's C, D, E, F, G. So this is a G string here. If we fret it at the 2nd fret, it becomes an A. So that's a shuffle for a C chord, and you can still do your different strums over it. Just in and out, and that creates movement within the melody of the chord itself, or the harmony actually to the chord. And here's the theory part, whether or not you recognize it, this is an A minor chord, because all major chords have what's called a relative minor, okay, and they're somewhat interchangeable, especially in the middle of a song. You can get away with swapping a relative major with its relative minor. Because you think, well, no, this is A minor, and you're right, but this is A minor too. Because both these notes on the A string are in the A minor chord, whether it be an A or a C. But it's all done in the context of the C major chord. That's the overriding chord. So C and A minor, interchangeable chords, at least in what we're doing, and that's really what the shuffle pattern is. It's just changing the 5th of the chord, which in a C chord would be a G, to an A. C, D, E, F, G, and an A. So on and off. So that's a C chord. Okay, let's talk about the other chords we would use in C major. One would be a F chord, 2, open, 1, 0. And the way to make that the relative minor, the D minor, or the shuffle, is to take our ring finger and place it on the 2nd fret, which you will recognize as being a D minor chord. And you can use this in just about any kind of songs, but I guess when I hear the shuffle pattern, I think of either Western songs or blues. All right, I'm going to show you another trick to expand the shuffle chord into 7th chords. But first, let's go through all the basic chords, all right? So here's C, F, G. So 0, 2, 3, 2, your normal G chord. And you have to use your pinky, but I've been preaching for a long time that when you start using your pinky, a whole world opens up of different things you can do, and you'll find that it'll make your playing more interesting both to yourself and to anybody you can get to sit down and listen to you. So that's the shuffle for the G chord. Pinky at the 4th fret of the C string. So you might have to work at it a little bit, but just relax. It's not tense and all wound up tight. It's loose and relaxed. So let's what do we do? C, F, G. Let's try a D chord. D chord is pretty easy. 2, 2, 2, 0. And all I'm doing is dropping down, and I'm actually barring the whole thing. So it's more difficult, but you can make a D chord this way, where you still have the top string open. Although I'm still inclined to just use my pinky. 2, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 2, 2. So D, and the relative minor is B minor. Other chords we can do is an A chord. 2, 1, open, open. And we place our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G, C, E string. A major, F sharp minor. So that's C, D. Let's make it the ever popular E chord. Same thing. Okay, so we don't like that chord, so I'm just saying you can do any chord you want, like even a B flat. So here's A, so here's a B flat. Everything moved up a fret. And again, we're making chords without our index finger, and that's how we learn to make bar chords. Okay, and we just flop our index finger down. That's always going to be the bar. So B flat. So that's a D minor, whether you recognize it or not. I'm sorry, not a D, a G minor. That's the relative minor for this shape. For this shape, wherever we are, here's a G, here's an A. I have to make sure to keep this top string out. So those are shuffle patterns. Again, turning a major chord and throwing a 6th on top in place of the 5th degree of that chord. Technical, but that's what it is. All right. And I said I was going to show you how to make it bluesy too. So let's go back to our C chord. And there's the instead of a 6, it's a flat 7, dominant 7th. So that would be a C 7th. You can kind of get the blues feel there. And that dominant 7th, anytime you see C7, D7, G7, whatever, with just a 7 after it, that's creating tension to resolve back to the 4 chord, like in the key of C. 4 chord would be C, D, E, F. So a C7th is calling pretty much for an F chord to follow in most cases. So there's your F. There's your shuffle F. There's your 6, and here's your flat 7th. F7, probably more commonly made here, but you're going from 6 to 7, so you're going to have to use your pinky. And then we have our G. Hard to make that stretch. That's a D7th there. Not a D, a G7th. Forgive my guitarish. Let's see, what else can we do? A D chord, 2220. 2222. 2223. Another D7th, 2020. But you can feel the blues going on there, and that D7th is pushing this toward a G chord. Okay, so what other chords do I want to show? F we did, B flat. Not B flat, E flat in this case. So that's the shuffle strum. For starts, just you can keep it easy. Learn these three: C 0003 to 2003, F 2010 to 2210. Back to C, G, 232 to 432, back to C. So that's the shuffle pattern, and again, I think it will add color to your playing. It'll keep you learning. You know, it's always important to learn new things, because when you get stuck, you just got to have something to create a spark there. That'll keep you going for a while, and then, you know, you learn something else, and after you've been at it for a while, you get pretty good at it. So that's the philosophy anyway. So you know, if you get stuck and something isn't clear, first thing to do is to rewind the video, or, you know, back it up and take a look at it again, or come back tomorrow. And if it's still just not sinking in, you're welcome to shoot me an email. My email for this station is chordmelodyyuke@yahoo.com, and I'll try to help you out any way I can so you can learn the shuffle strum. So again, Johnny Hunt signing out. Thanks for checking in on the Chord Melody Uke video series.